Hello, I am Zen Seeker Wu. Today I want to talk with you about something many people are going through, yet very few can truly articulate. It is about how much power your inner posture holds when life does not go the way you expected. Life never unfolds exactly according to the blueprint we draw. This is almost the first lesson everyone learns while growing up, yet the real key has never been whether things go according to plan. The real key is what kind of eyes you choose to look at them with, and in what way you choose to respond when life throws all kinds of situations at you. Have you ever noticed a phenomenon among the people around you? Why do some people always seem to handle all kinds of challenges with ease? It is as if no matter what they encounter, they can turn a crisis into a new starting point. Yet other people, even the smallest ripple in daily life, will throw them into complaint and depression. What exactly stands between these two kinds of people? Today, I want to slowly clarify this matter with you because it concerns every one of us. In this increasingly complex world, how can we truly gain inner stability and at the same time live out the life we want on a practical level? That gap is not luck, it is not background, and it is not some innate talent. It is the fundamental mindset with which they view the world. Those people who seem untroubled by anything are not specially favored by fate. They do not possess any superpower that we lack. They simply, over the long course of life, slowly mastered one thing. They began to live with a certain posture of conviction. The conviction that everything will eventually settle in a way that benefits them. Does that sound a bit unrealistic, even counterintuitive? Today I want to bring you to pierce through that layer of paper covering the truth, and truly see clearly how this actually works in real life. Let us first take this apart to examine it. The so-called conviction that everything will go well means you need to accept a completely new way of thinking, a mode of conduct from the depths of your heart. You need to truly believe that no matter what seemingly terrible thing is happening before your eyes right now, the final outcome will certainly, in some way, turn out to be beneficial to you. This is a life philosophy built upon steadfast optimism and unshakable self-confidence. But before we go deeper, I must clarify a point that is easily misunderstood. This is absolutely not the kind of blind optimism found in superficial motivational talk. It is not telling you to bury your head in the sand like an ostrich when a storm comes, pretending everything is fine. What we are exploring today is a wise form of optimism. It is a survival philosophy of great practical value in this era full of uncertainty. It requires you to see the cruelty of reality clearly, yet still choose to believe in the ultimate direction. This is the true posture of the strong. So what does this thinking habit look like specifically? It requires that when facing every situation in life, whether favorable or adverse, whether the present moment brings joy or frustration, you can pause and ask yourself one question in your heart. How can this matter before my eyes benefit me? What opportunity is hidden here that I have not yet seen? The human brain is an extremely wondrous organ. It is very much like a precise search engine. Whatever keyword you type in, it will filter out corresponding results for you. When you set such a premise deep in your heart, believing that everything will eventually turn out as you wish, your brain will automatically enter a state of searching for possibilities. Thus, when others see only a dead wall in the face of difficulty, you can keenly catch that faint glimmer of light at the corner of the wall. You can see that hidden passage others did not notice. When others are busy looking for excuses to escape in the face of setbacks, your brain has already started filtering out several potential paths to a solution. Most importantly, when you think and act in this way, you are no longer a spectator passively accepting the arrangements of fate. You begin to truly participate in creating your own reality. Let us pull the topic back to the most ordinary daily life. Use an experience many people have had as an example. Suppose the place where you clock in every day now is a job you do not truly like in your heart. The work content is mechanical and repetitive. Your supervisor's temper is unpredictable. The relationships among colleagues also make you feel drained. In this kind of situation, most people's most instinctive reaction is to complain. Complain to colleagues in the break room. Pour out grievances to friends at weekend gatherings. Go to clock in every day with a heavy heart, slowly become negative and lose fighting spirit. The final result is usually only one of two things. Either impulsively quit after some emotional breakdown, or force yourself to stay for the salary but become full of resentment, draining your own life energy every single day. But what would a person who has truly mastered this mindset do? He might, on some night after work, sit quietly and say to himself, "All right, this job is not what I ultimately want, but me sitting in this position right now must have some reason. First, set aside the emotions. What can I truly learn here that is useful? How can I use this imperfect experience to truly grow? In this platform, what core abilities are necessary for me to reach my future ideal goal? And I can start sharpening them right here." When he shifts his attention from complaining to digging for value, his actions follow and change. He starts to give his full effort to every task at hand, not to please anyone, but to exercise his own abilities. He will observe how others communicate and coordinate in dull meetings. He will figure out ways to improve efficiency amid tedious affairs. He turns this seemingly torturous experience into a stepping stone toward a greater goal. Do you know what happens when you face life with this explorer's mentality? Those opportunities that were originally hidden in the dark begin to surface one by one in your life. The people around you, whether supervisor, colleagues, or clients, they can all actually feel the attitude radiating from a person. They will notice that willingness in you to go beyond your job duties to solve problems. And so some doors you did not even dare to imagine before start quietly opening for you. Perhaps your supervisor entrusts you with an important project. Perhaps a client privately recommends a better platform to you. Or perhaps in the process of studying your business, you accidentally discover a new path you can pioneer on your own. This is the true power of the mindset of conviction that everything will go well. It never tells you to sit at home and wait for good luck to find you on its own. What it concerns is that you establish a belief of abundance deep in your heart, and on the basis of this belief, continuously take decisive action through countless tiny choices and efforts. You make success a natural and inevitable result. Speaking of this, I expect some friends already have questions in their hearts. You might say, "This sounds very good. But what about when life throws a truly massive problem at you without any warning, such as sudden unemployment, the collapse of a long-term relationship, or a severe investment loss? What do you do then? In such dark moments, how can I possibly believe that all of this is beneficial to me?" This is a very real question. I want to tell you honestly, it is precisely in those moments when you feel the sky is about to fall that this mindset is most critical. Please trust me. This is definitely not telling you to force a smile, pretend the wound does not hurt, or pretend everything is under your control. When life knocks you down, feeling pain, confusion, and even anger is all a perfectly normal human reaction. What this mindset truly asks of you is, after you allow yourself to properly grieve, you can once again rise from the mud. Dust off your clothes, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, "All right, this round indeed did not go according to my plan. I fell very hard. But how can I find a way out from these ruins and make myself stronger for the next Regarding success, our society has a very common misunderstanding. It believes success is about trying every possible way to avoid failure. But if you look at the experiences of those who have truly left a mark on this world, you will discover a very astonishing fact. Success is not at all about how cleverly you bypassed all the potholes. It is about how you respond to that failure after hitting rock bottom. Every single one of the most outstanding people in the world has without exception faced unimaginably massive setbacks. But what truly separates them from the mediocre is that they possess an extraordinary ability. They can transform the setback before their eyes into a stepping stone paving the road to future success. Let us look at the story of Thomas Edison. This story has probably been heard since childhood by everyone. But today, let us look at him from a different angle. When he was developing a light bulb that could shine stably, he failed over 1,000 times. You can close your eyes and imagine that scene under such crude conditions. He experienced more than 1,000 disappointments, more than 1,000 times materials burned out, more than 1,000 deep sighs late at night. If it were an ordinary person, perhaps by the 30th or 50th time, they would have completely collapsed and totally denied themselves. But how did Edison describe that long and painful experience? He said, I have not failed 1,000 times. I have simply successfully discovered 1,000 ways that cannot produce a light bulb. Is this not the most perfect embodiment of the mindset we are discussing today? In his cognitive framework, those were not 1,000 failures at all. Those were 1,000 pieces of precious information. Each one brought him closer to that final answer. Deep in his heart, he always believed that the glowing light bulb would eventually appear, and everything he went through was the necessary path leading to that result. In the end, the reality did turn out exactly as he wished. It was precisely because of his mindset that we do not have to sit idly in the dark after the sun sets today. Every failure of his was accumulating irreplaceable data for the final success. Now that we have understood the nature and power of this mindset, the most critical question comes. As an ordinary person who has to face daily necessities and all kinds of life trivialities, how do we truly apply this mindset in our own lives? The first step is always cultivating awareness of our own existing thinking patterns. You must start examining the automatic reactions in your mind like an observer. When things do not go smoothly, for example, when your meticulously prepared proposal is completely rejected, or when something you long anticipated suddenly falls through, what is your usual first reaction? Do you immediately slide along inertia toward the worst case scenario? Do you start complaining about the big environment, blaming others, feeling that everything is working against you? Or can you press the pause button in that instant and go look for that glimmer of light at the edge of the dark cloud that no one has noticed yet? You must know that awareness is always the prerequisite for change. If you are completely unaware that you are already trapped in negative thinking, no wisdom can save you. But once you start being able to clearly recognize those old negative patterns, you can consciously change them bit by bit. When practicing this mindset, do not start by challenging yourself with matters of life and death. Start with small things. Next time life creates a little trouble for you, for instance, you miss an important bus on a rainy day, or order a bad dish at a restaurant you often visit, try to pause first. Do not go down the path of irritation. First, take a deep breath, then ask yourself one question in your heart. If I were that person who believes deep in my bones that everything will turn toward the good, how would I view the situation right now? Do not underestimate this switch of perspective. It has a real power to change reality. When you ask yourself this way, you may be surprised to find that you no longer feel so suppressed and lost. Instead, you may feel a little curiosity, even a little excitement, about the opportunity that might be hidden in this unexpected situation. The bus you missed might have given you the chance to walk through a street you have never walked before and discover a very interesting little bookstore. That badly cooked dish might become a funny joke between you and your friends, making that gathering much lighter. This is the real gift that a shift in thinking perspective brings to daily life. Speaking of this, I want to pause briefly and clarify a point that is easily misunderstood. Possessing this kind of conviction-based mindset does not mean you have become a person with no sorrows or joys, no longer having any negative emotions. That expectation itself goes against human nature. You are a person of flesh and blood. Your nervous system determines that you will still feel disappointment, frustration, and even anger when encountering setbacks. None of this matters. The real difference between a person who possesses this mindset and an ordinary person lies in this. You will not let these emotions take over and become the master. You will not let them dominate your next actions. You will not let them distort your judgment of the entire life prospect. What you will do is calmly acknowledge the existence of these feelings. Give yourself a little time and space to digest them. Let the emotions flow through naturally. Then, after the emotional tide recedes, you soberly choose to start from the perspective of optimism and possibility to guide your next step. This is in fact the highest level of emotional intelligence. You can keenly perceive your own emotions, respect them, but are absolutely never controlled by them. Nor does this mindset mean you become a person who passively waits, sitting there every day hoping good things will automatically come knocking. The truth is exactly the opposite. When you truly believe from the depths of your heart that everything will go in a direction beneficial to you, your entire being will radiate a vitality never seen before. Because you do not have an extreme fear of failure, you will dare to take more carefully calculated risks. When you see an opportunity, you will pursue it with greater passion than the average person. More importantly, when encountering obstacles, you will display astonishing resilience. Because deep in your heart, no matter how winding the process is, all of this will eventually become brilliant foreshadowing in your success story. Speaking of resilience, we simply must delve deeper into one word: persistence. Persistence can be said to be the most core skeleton of this mindset that everything will go well. When you firmly believe the ending is definitely going to be beautiful, the option of giving up naturally disappears from your life dictionary. You begin to deeply understand a cruel but true law. Success often does not arrive when everything is smooth sailing. It often hides right behind that breaking point where the majority of people choose to give up because of pain and doubt. Imagine this with a very vivid scene. You are a gold prospector in the wilderness, setting out with full hope. You have been swinging your pickaxe for several days, several weeks, even several months. Your palms are blistered and bleeding, your back aches. Every day you face nothing but flying dust and deep pits showing no progress. At this moment you are tired and disheartened. That doubting voice in your head starts shouting, "Forget it. There is no gold here at all. You are just wasting time." Most people, upon reaching this psychological limit point, would put down their tools and helplessly turn away. But what does a person who believes deep in his bones that everything will eventually turn out as wished do when he hears that doubting voice? He wipes the sweat off his face and continues digging down. His logic goes like this: I have already given so much, dug so deep, yet I still have not found the gold. This precisely means I am closer to that treasure than ever before. Perhaps just one more shovel down, and it will be right there. And in human history, countless times, whether in the fields of scientific discovery, business pioneering, or artistic creation, this nearly stubborn persistence has ultimately been proven right. Success truly often hides right around the corner where the majority turned away in despair. By continuously practicing this conviction-based mindset in daily life, you are actually tempering your mind day after day. You are cultivating a rare perseverance that allows you to keep moving forward when others give up out of fear and despair. Next, I want to talk about another aspect of this mindset that is often overlooked, but very important: gratitude. You may think the word gratitude sounds a bit cliché, but in the philosophical system we are exploring today, it carries a completely different weight. When you start practicing this conviction-based posture in life, you will find a very wonderful shift happening within you. You naturally become more grateful. And moreover, the objects of your gratitude are no longer only obvious victories like a promotion or a raise. Your perception becomes finer. You start appreciating those tiny successes in daily life, even if it is just one smooth communication. You even start appreciating those setbacks that once made you ache deeply, because you clearly know those setbacks are wrapped with precious nutrients that help you level up. On a psychological level, gratitude is like a magnet, specifically attracting beautiful things. The more frequently you feel gratitude in life, the more keenly your eyes can discover more reasons worth being grateful for. Every time you express gratitude for what currently exists, you are actually sending a signal to your inner self. You are reinforcing that core belief that everything truly is going in a direction beneficial to you. To possess this ability, you do not need to do any particularly complicated ritual. You can completely start from the moment you wake up every morning, at the start of each day, in your heart, or by taking out a notebook. Write down 3 things you sincerely feel grateful for. They do not need to be earth-shattering big events. Perhaps just this cup of coffee at the perfect temperature in your hand, perhaps a greeting sent by a friend last night, or perhaps simply the morning light that warmed your heart when you opened the curtains. When you consciously maintain this habit, it will not take long before you find your focus quietly changing. You will more and more naturally notice people and things worth feeling grateful for throughout the day. This practice of gratitude directly points to another core of our discussion today. That is, to shift your attention from what you are lacking to what you already have. Look around us. Why do most people live so anxiously, so exhaustedly? Because our brains are always instinctively falling into a narrative of scarcity. We are constantly thinking about what we do not yet have, longing for a better position, envying other people's cars, wanting a perfect relationship in our minds. We consume ourselves in these thoughts of striving and not getting. But when you switch to that conviction-based channel, you will naturally draw your gaze back and gently cast it upon everything you already possess right now. There is a simple yet profound truth about life. True success and lasting happiness never lie in obtaining everything you want through endless competition. Human desire is a bottomless pit, never to be filled. True happiness lies in your ability to genuinely cherish what you currently have from the heart. When you can rest at ease in the present moment and appreciate what you have, your whole being is in a state of openness and acceptance. You open up a larger space for yourself to welcome more beautiful things into your life. Some people might worry upon hearing this. If I am just grateful for the status quo, will I become a person without fighting spirit? Will I stop pursuing a better life and stop setting further goals? Absolutely not. The key difference lies in the starting point from which you pursue your goals. What is required here is that you learn to pursue goals from a state of abundance rather than from the fear of scarcity. When you are in a state of scarcity, you feel, I am in pain right now. I must achieve this goal in order to obtain happiness. The result often is that even if you truly achieve it, that happiness is fleeting, because the inner sense of scarcity has never disappeared. But when you possess the mindset we are talking about today, your thought will be, my life right now already has many things worth being grateful for. I am already happy, and me pursuing that higher goal is to add more experience and joy to this already wonderful life. What a free and unhurried state of life this is. Following this logic, let us look at how this mindset changes your interpersonal relationships. Relationships between people are essentially an exchange of energy. When you start living with this conviction-based posture, you are no longer a consumer constantly seeking emotional support in relationships. On the contrary, you become the kind of person everyone enjoys being close to. That steadiness and optimism radiating from the inside out is in itself extremely infectious. In this era where anxiety is widely spreading, people will be naturally drawn to those who genuinely radiate stable energy, just like plants turning towards sunlight. You can imagine this. If you had to choose a friend to sit down and have afternoon tea with on a weekend, would you rather spend your time with someone who sits across from you and incessantly complains about work, complains about family, and feels everything is going wrong? Or would you rather chat with someone who is full of vitality, no matter what they encounter, and who can always see a ray of hope in a terrible situation? The answer is self-evident. When you accept this positive life philosophy from the depths of your heart, you will find the relationships around you undergoing profound changes. When facing conflict, your patience and tolerance for others will greatly increase, because your inner belief tells you that the friction and misunderstanding before your eyes are only temporary. Any conflict will eventually find its way out. When friends and colleagues share their dreams with you, you will become their most sincere supporter, because you are no longer in that scarcity competition of feeling resources are limited. You deeply understand that the successful blossoming of others will not take away your own light. This world has enough goodness for everyone to share together. As your own energy state changes, you will attract more and more people who resonate with you into your life. Those willing to support your growth, those who dare to tell you the truth when you need it, and those who genuinely feel happy for you when you achieve something. Here is a question many people ask. If I am thinking every day about how things can benefit me, is that not too selfish? This is a very reasonable question, but the truth often deviates slightly from intuition. When you display that state of conviction and abundance in life, you are not only benefiting yourself, you are actually allowing everyone around you to benefit as well. When you yourself are in a state of inner security and abundance, you have genuine surplus energy to give to others. You will not secretly calculate the return when you help someone with a favor, nor will you become resentful because someone took a small advantage of you, because your inner self is full. You have more abundant energy, fuller enthusiasm, and more life wisdom to share with the people around you. You have the ability to truly support those who are at their low points, to provide a solid reliance for your family, and to have a truly positive impact on this world. This is just like when we are on an airplane encountering turbulence and the oxygen masks drop down. The flight attendant always emphasizes that sentence over and over. Please put on your own mask first before helping those beside you. If you yourself are already running out of oxygen, your so-called help not only cannot save others, but instead becomes a burden to them. By practicing this wise form of optimism, you are in fact putting on that key mask for yourself first, ensuring your own inner state is at its best, so as to have the ability to truly love and help others. In this era where every second is drastically changing, and uncertainty has become the only certainty, being able to maintain inner stability and clarity is especially important. When the external environment is rapidly changing, and pressure and challenges are constantly stacking up, only by first taking good care of the self and stabilizing the inner heart can we truly possess the strength to withstand risks, and still embrace the people and matters in life with love and wisdom. In this way, we will not be driven by fear in our actions. When we're facing adversity, we can still remain clear-headed and find the light to move forward. Because that inner conviction and optimism become a lighthouse that never extinguishes, guiding us to sail steadily on the turbulent ocean of life. It is precisely for this reason that this wise optimism is not merely a life attitude. It is an indispensable method for us to cultivate inner strength and embrace the abundance of life. It lets us deeply know the hardship of reality, yet also believe that no matter how heavy the storm, everything will ultimately develop in the direction most beneficial to ourselves. Therefore, when you learn to put on the oxygen mask for yourself, that is, to guard your inner peace and strength, you then possess the ability to take responsibility and to give love and help. Whether facing family, friends, or strangers in difficulty around you, you can extend a helping hand calmly and compassionately, while maintaining your own wholeness without being drained. This is true wisdom, and it is a life force that every one of us can cultivate. In this complex and chaotic world, holding on to this faith and strength is to forge a solid moat for yourself, guarding that patch of tranquil land in your heart that remains untouched by the storm. May you and I, through this wise optimism, become the helmsmen of our own lives. On the unpredictable voyage of life, may we sail calmly and steadily, carry light, and bravely journey toward a beautiful future.